Here's another video, and I wanna give some ideas. I'm not a perfect how-to guy, but some guys asked for some pads, and there were also other questions about basslines and about how to make specific synths. But that comes later. This one is about pads, and as I say, I'm not a perfect synth guy who knows you have to do this. But what I know is you have to be very careful with. I must say, I don't gonna explain every detail because there are other videos that explain other things. But sometimes you have to choose between. You want a pad with a long decay, but you also want the filter to do something. And because this attack button is for the filter and for the amp envelope, you don't have always the nice results you want. So you can fix it by using modulation. So you can modulate the filter and use this for the smoothness of the sound. What I mean, yeah, let's start with a simple saw with this one, and to make it more string-like, we want to sound it like go up and a little bit down with a nice release. So I think everybody will understand this. I do this. So I think this is kind of good, but we want more. So let's record a chord. This can get very annoying, but I can just press the trigger button. Now I choose a bandpass filter. You know, every pad there are many ways, but I like to choose a bandpass filter on the pad. So now what I said about using attack in two ways, the problem is not always the case. So first thing I gonna do is play with the EG end, and that's where sometimes so this too gets a little bit nasty. So let's try. Yeah, what you hear is the cutoff goes like bam and then up again, and that's because I added the attack. So I set this back to 0. Go to filter modulation and find something we can use. Sometimes you have to. Yeah, what we want to do is move it up. So we need the negative one. Add some resonance, and I'm still not very satisfied, so let's try the LFO with beat sync. Yeah, it's very debatable what a pad is and what not, but I think we come pretty close here to have some ID. It also depends on what oscillator you choose, of course. I just start with the basic saw, but as soon I change this or this to a more soft sound. Or maybe no. You can also vary the type of bandpass filter. Can have sometimes some. This one is very loud, but I think the Oberheim or the, yeah, let's go for this one with some resonant play. What also makes it more moving is adding an LFO, like the phaser LFO. Not too fast. Let's remove a little bit of depth. Some more release. And another thing is using Master Effects. Like a reverb. Maybe some attack. Not sure if it works, but what if I do this? Yeah, this is not very nice. Let's go back to only 2 notes. Yeah, that's another thing. Don't want to talk about too much, but I think now we got the basics. My advice: use modulation when you have 2 parts, the filter part and the amp envelope part. Choose to have the attack and release for the filter. Or I think it's possible, but I was not very satisfied by using attack and decay for the filter and for the amp. So I set this to 0 for pads and use modulation for the filter. Of course, you can do things live if you want. And motion sequence, motion record them. Yeah, what's more? In the very basics at the end of the video, seems very easy, but it's more to have a good sound, and that's just a lot of experimentation. So I gave you the basics. I'm still not satisfied with the sound, and this is not for that, but more like my personal idea how I create pads, and that's using a bandpass filter. Modulate it a little bit so it starts darking, raise a little bit, use amp EG so the sound, the level goes up, and then releases slowly like strings. Third, use instant effects to like a LFO so it starts moving more. Maybe fourth, motion record stuff. And then it's up to you if you want to master effects, because it depends on the wall pattern if you want this or you don't want it. And for the rest, it's up to your creativity, what filter you choose, what type, what oscillator, what edit, the level, the pen, everything. So yeah, I think I've said enough here. Thanks for watching.